one of this iPhone, I don't know, they call it an action button.
Yeah, the
Where
action button, the one that replaced the silence button.
Yeah, so now you can place it.
I agree, you replaced it. You should have just left it.
The reason why I replaced it is because sometimes I come up with gags in my head. Funny, can I be honest with you? I think the only time a comedian actually comes up with decent material is after he comes off the stage.
Really?
Your brain creatively, I feel like your brain creatively expands. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's why the more you go on stage, the more your brain is always in that zone of like I'm meditating, I'm cooking, I'm really doing something real, man. But anyways, man, let's not do that podcaster thing, man. All right. Welcome back to another episode of your favorite podcast that no one knows of. Third Avenue, aka
Tab.
Yo, man, this is your favorite comedian, underground nigga, slithering through the scene, nigga.
Yeah.
Doing it all. Yeah, man, with a smile. Light-skinned nigga who probably needs a haircut. Your boy, Vinny. And with me, on my left, or your right. Remember we used to say this
we used to say it a lot.
No matter, depending on what's
Yeah.
Anyways, man, this is your boy
Hussein,
the
GOAT.
Yeah, man.
Hey, yo, welcome, guys. Welcome to the 50th episode of
Episode 50.
Third Avenue, man. Third Avenue.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to everyone. Special thanks to Habib, who's been tuning in since
day one, nigga.
Day one. Since for the people who don't know, the first episodes were there were no visuals. There was no us. We were just guys sitting in a car chatting. There was no name for it.
Yeah, there was.
Vinny said this whack thing of podcast on the go. That's what I remember.
Bro, there's always ideas, nigga. Everything just starts off as an idea.
Yeah, man. But yeah, man, this is a special episode, man.
Yeah, low key, bro. It really is.
Low key, I think it's a big deal. 50 episodes.
Yeah, but no, we stay in a day and age where if your numbers, like my wife said it to me yesterday, and I was like, there's no reason to be a dick, because I was like, she was like, yo, you guys have 50 episodes.
Yeah,
and then she just decides to flaunt followings.
The analytical stuff.
Yeah,
I think with it is that even right now, as we are recording and coming to talk to whoever's going to be listening to this, we haven't really pushed. We haven't given it our all in doing this, because we are just sitting here and having a blast. And just seeing where things go. Yes, we are starting now. We all want the recognition. We want people to tune in. We want people to see the work that we're putting in. But we should never lose cause of why these this media or these platforms were created for all these small creators, and we all lose that in the sight of all the analyticals. Yeah, but and that speaks from someone who literally works with analytics, and he's telling you this, like, the moment if we focused, bro, there were times where we got like 0 views, like 0.
Hey, bro, I'm not gonna lie. I even feel like it's dope when we have a 20 views.
I appreciate that, and people just genuinely watching it. And
I mean, it sounds corny to say, but like, bro, if at least 10 people can watch this, man, it's dope, man.
Man, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you actually not dipping out. You're just dedicating one of those, just coming and just doing this with no. Did it stop?
No, you can continue, bro. Yeah,
Did it stop, bro? I told you, ladies and gentlemen, because someone bought an iPhone 16 with an action button, he decided to add the recording button to this action button.
Bro, can I genuinely be honest?
Is it recording? How
do I want to continue the recording? Like from
it's gone.
It's gone. Now I have to just send 2 separate audios. Bro, I won't lie to you, bro. This iPhone has been whipping my ass, bro. And can I just be honest, ladies and gentlemen? Android, the interface they're using, it's convenient. I know all Apple users probably know this at this point. what's with the photo gallery situation, fam? Like,
it wasn't always like that. It was
what's going on? Like,
it was
for me,
it was the update from last year, bro.
As a person for his whole life, I'm like, bro, what is wrong with these people? And they make so much money, bro.
No,
like,
but
what is wrong with them just...
Yeah,
no, man.
The photo gallery app, there was nothing wrong with it. Like, shout out for everything else that they added, but bro, the photo app, everyone does it.
You know what?
But actually, guys, before we get carried away into the chats, we are coming back to you guys with another Off the Dome segment.
Yeah.
And ladies and gentlemen, I feel like adding that clean. This is when the contestants come up with rubbish coming out of their heads on a beat. And whatever comes out, comes out.
It comes out.
There is nothing that you can do.
Yes, the last video, there was you know, the one.
Oh, that one was fire. I don't even think.
No, the last one was fire. There was the one previously as well.
Okay, that one was even more
that
fire.
Was fire, but there was a part where I listened to it, and you remember I used to say that sometimes in your freestyle you can get caught up and say some gay shit. Because I was listening to it, there's a line where I say, nigga, I'm a top. And I'm like, nigga, wait. I fixed it up, but I was like, yo.
Yeah.
Now that's some gay shit right there. But anyways.
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen. So, yo, and we're just going to begin.
50, you wanna see me? 50, I'm looking pretty motherfucker flocker. Never did it like I'm gonna do it. Like the option stocking up, I never had enough. Trying to make the come up, make this paper coming in. Now I'm rolling like a motherfucking polling bin. I don't even know that's just a motherfucking thing. I just do my thing, doing this for motherfucking year. Now we finally made it, yeah. Boys are only getting rough. Now they saying these motherfuckers got to 50 episodes in less than a year. What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? Like Greg said, dropping, give me 50, nigga. This is it. We are so swifty. Yelling niggas, smiling, rolling through the city. Going out, 3rd Avenue, driving in every city. One day, Lamborghinis, bands, everything's going crazy. Got them fans in the back, saying names like Vinny. Oh, saying deals, got it, baby. Shit is insane. You know that what? Nigga, as my brother said, he's the man to go to get it. Got it, you saw it, you know it. What? Yeah, we smiling, we going, we flowing, we know it, we got it. Off the dome, got it from the mud. Episode 1, no, recording everything. Oh, yeah, nigga, you got it.
Yeah, yo, now we sitting on 50.
50.
Motherfuckers can't even see me. Don't even wanna give us point of views. They say, man, you should be so blue. You ain't even got the million views, but you keep on doing this motherfucking shit. I don't even know, fuck, man, the network.
I don't know. Anyways, nigga, this is how we show you this is the real 3rd Avenue, nigga. There's technicalities and everything.
Dude.
Probably niggas data just finished. This is the first time.
Nah, there's no way, bro. There is no. And we were
Ah, man,
on,
y'all niggas know we were cooking, man. We were just going in,
bro.
man.
We were on some.
I don't know what this is, and fancy. Now niggas are coming.
Now that was too much fire, bro.
Yeah,
the devil was like, no,
nah, nigga, we need to just
no. These boys are. David doesn't even want to play back, man. It doesn't even want to play back, bruh.
Oh man,
dude, it's Rain. Courtesy of Rain, guys.
Were you connected? Are you using the SIM card on your phone?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
That's what is going on, bro. It's so weird because the data's not even on. Because I never use the SIM card, so I might as well just put it in the other phone.
Not gonna lie, that was hateful, man.
That's just.
I don't know who.
This is when I dim on a nigga. It's hate, dog.
That was pure hate.
That was just pure hate, man.
But anyways, man, that was dope though.
Yeah.
We still can't take away from it, man. Again, this is just supposed to be a freestyle session. Again, next week, same place, you're gonna see us doing
Yeah,
Off the Dome,
man.
You
Yeah,
know,
man. Bro, I keep on hoping in my heart
That it's
the
gonna start
beat
playing.
comes. Bro, it does not want to
you know,
come
I don't
back.
even unbuffer it. Just while we chatting and it just comes in, just ride it again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
They know
yeah.
that organic stuff. Man, father.
But yeah, man. What was your standout moment on this pod? I get it, yeah, we recorded a lot of stuff, but there always has to be something that stood out where it was like, yo, that was a wild episode for you.
That was the one episode that always stood out for me was the one where we had a full car. You know, it was the most one where Suhail was here, and you know, and it was a packed car. There were some people obviously.
Yeah.
The crazy thing is that there was always some people there at the back that we never introduced.
Yeah,
Because
because
they're not necessarily part
just-
of. They're just there for the show. You know what I'm saying? I felt like that was dope as hell. Like it. I mean, now the reason why I think about all the other episodes where we had like more guests,
Yeah.
is because I feel like given the time that me and you now had to do this podcast more consistently with each other, I felt like now we have learned how to build some sort of
relationship on
relationship on working on how like, you know, it doesn't always like, it's so weird, bro. Like now it doesn't feel like I always have to be like, okay, man, how is this gonna go? Or, you know what I mean? And then now also when we do have guests, I'm more excited because at the end of the day, I feel like we also creating an experience.
yeah,
for
like
the guests
just
to pull up.
yeah,
And stuff like that. Like we're not necessarily gonna, like, we're doing our own thing, low key.
Yeah. I think my standout moments were actually even before like we had guests. I think the standout moments were when we were butting heads a lot, like just everything, because I think they were very vital to have, because if you're having moments like that and you're not learning how to like deal with them on the pod and you have a guest, it because now someone's gonna think like, oh my god, these guys, just because we're clashing or not agreeing on a certain thing, it's like we're just having a conversation, you know what I mean? This is just, you know, siblings, you argue, you have a thing, and then, but it's cool. Oh yeah, whatever, bro.
Cool,
Whatever floats your boat.
Whatever
nigga.
floats your boat, man.
Yeah. So it's always, for me, those were like always the standout ones where like now I'm like, yo, bro, why are you wilding out like that?
I remember back in the days, man, I feel like, you know, like there's been so much growth, you know.
Yeah, man, a lot happens in a year personally.
Yeah.
Personally, besides
besides like the pod or anything
personally.
like that.
So I get yeah, sometimes there are episodes where I think the ones where I'm very conscious about is when it's like super loud. Like we are so loud that,
bro, this is the thing also. Ladies and gentlemen, you must inform us if we make noise. But the thing is, this is how I speak.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Okay,
You know?
for me, with people who I speak to you very loud, I'll admit.
Yeah.
I'm very loud with my homies, you especially, Ego. It's like my sandbox guys. Is like a lot of people pick up on that, right? But like normal day to day, like conversations, and it's not like I do it on purpose. It's like, yo, we're not just gonna be loud with random guys you don't know like that, bro.
Man, being loud, it is what it is. And Donna's will
man.
Voga! You know, you must listen to this podcast in the morning. It's just be like,
man.
Voga!
It's crazy.
Yeah, man. If radio deals are looking out there for a nigga, would you ever do radio, bro?
No.
Oh, I knew we were gonna do that radio, man. The radio knew that I was gonna bother. Yeah. Now you looking at me. I never wanna say we nicking. Watch us on the smart motherfucking TV. Doing this in 4K. People never even knew we started on 1080p. Now you looking at me. I don't even. Now you could take us motherfucking seriously. Yeah. Look at us, yeah.
look at me, yeah. You got a smile on my face, you can take it out. What? Like Drake said, drop out and give a nigga 50. Cut the shots out, cut the clubs out, cut the studio out, niggas in the whip, how you get at me, this shit is lit, we going crazy. He's commentating on everything you see on screen, see online, this is real shit. We just popping in and out of the dome, conversations we don't know where we go, we just going on, flowing, dropping down and hitting 50,
could you see me? Motherfucker, looking pretty. Hey, now you looking at me on the TV. Now we doing 50.
So there's gonna be flashes.
Mama proud of me too.
Soon there'll be niggas with glasses.
I'ma be doing this
Can't even see the lights. Niggas is doing too much. Can you see?
Yeah, nigga.
Yeah, man.
That's how it is, nigga. Don't give niggas teasers. Niggas will be just saying, man, we want some more. No.
Yeah, man. Now, stay tuned for our live shows, bro. We're dropping an album.
Yeah.
That's it. To be insane. That's so crazy because we have so much music together.
Yeah.
Like it's like I was going through our. There's this line on Euphoria because niggas might get chipped by a throwaway. So it made me think about like the Euphoria song, and I'm like, damn, you telling me this?
Damn, that's he says
niggas might get chipped by a throwaway. It's when he goes, I'm okay.
I know it's
but now so
but now, bro, Euphoria.
I don't.
Euphoria.
When he goes, he goes, and he goes, the way he's just, I'm reaping what I sow.
What I'm saying, okay.
So that because now I'm thinking about like how much music like we have. Like I was like now going through. I'm like, damn shit, nigga. We were like making. There was a time we were like on a roll, just recording music. Like musical recreation of like a lot of people might sit here and think, yo, these niggas are out here fucking around. You know what I mean? They just sitting and freestyling.
Look, at the end of the day, I'm gonna say this. I agree when I hear other like specifically like Charlemagne and them say that we have enough influencers. We have enough podcasts. We need people to do genuine things like a plumber, electrician, engineers, and so forth. And it's not even just the sentiment from there's I need to get this nigga's name because I watch way too many of his your videos, and I feel like to me he is the best in the sense of content creation in South Africa. Yeah, where I'm like, nah, this guy's content that he's creating, honestly, the government needs to give this nigga money because he's very educational in the way he does things.
Who you talking about?
The Khoza bro, man. What's his name? The one with the specs.
Oh yeah. That guy even went to France, man.
He's a scholar, nigga. He's one of those scholars.
Let me see if I can find him.
Yeah. But basically, like what I'm trying to say is that I agree with that, and even though I am partaking in those processes, as you can see now. Doing all of this, even see me doing my comedy and things like, bro. But at the end of the day, dog, I feel like I'll only continue doing this because I know that I'm not expecting money out of this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want notoriety. Yeah, man, I was gonna try and be friends with my
notoriety.
Yeah, I was gonna try to be friends with the English, but English is just English can disappoint you, bro. You could be flowing, chopping it up, and then you just that word just comes in your.
Especially when you're on a roll, bro.
Man. But anyways, like yes, it will be nice to like people be like, yeah, man, what's your stuff? So you saying that bullshit last week, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, that's cool, you know what I mean? And able to also have like,
oh yeah, sorry,
like people bring us back to some of the conversations that we do have on this pod as well. So
his channel's name, just to go back to the guy you're talking about, is Zamase. Yo,
She Khoza niggas, man.
Zamase Webaza. Yeah. I'm not gonna say the
Yeah.
Mosho.
I don't know if you in post today when you edit, you can just.
Yeah. Oh damn! You know,
It's not like he needs our.
I cheat the post. Like I'll just like edit heavily until
like
off the dome.
Yeah,
and I'm like, and then edit the end. I'm like, yo.
Yeah.
But I get you. With me, it's like a different thing. Is because I watch like majority of the time when I am consuming media. I'm curious. Like I want to hear plumbers have a podcast. That's me. Like I want influencers who are plumbers. Like, yo, dog, when you want to fix something, what's the first thing you go to? Like these are useful things. Like sometimes, so I feel like there will never be enough. It's like saying people on TV who are just keeping on wanting to be on TV. Oh my God, you guys are so much. Bro, the amount of podcasts that are still gonna come out. That's Zulu, that's Sotho, that's Pedi.
I mean, a whole podcast.
Like the way people make it seem like, bro, this thing is in such its infancy. Like it's so maybe in America they run out of stuff to talk about, right? But
not in Mzansi.
You know what I'm saying?
Honestly, bro, like we are
so
such a complex and diverse place, and like quite like I know we probably mentioned this, but the reality was what also even got us started with this pod was because my brother. I think you should rather tell the story. I feel like it makes no sense that I'm telling you a story. Telling a story.
One of our friends was having a farewell party because she was going overseas, but it was like something that was bringing the back of my head, and I was chilling with Ego, and I was like, you know what, man? Maybe we should start a podcast, right? And it sounds so cliche because it sounds like one of those things, but I was like, yeah, man, let's do it. Yeah, man, let's do the podcast. But before the farewell, there was this thing where at work at the time, my employer, because I was working in digital marketing, I went for this influencer con, whatever you want to call it, right? Where people were getting tips from your Nadia Jafta. So they had like one for making it on the Meta platforms, your Facebook, your Instagram. And yeah, everyone, I had a pass. I can go to anyone. I just happened to be sitting on the Spotify podcast one.
Yeah.
Right? And obviously I'm sitting and I'm like, okay, cool. I see Eugene Khoza. Right? And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Eugene Khoza is the guy who's giving this, what you call, seminar about podcasts. And he's sitting, obviously, talking about podcasts and stuff. Why a podcast is simple and stuff. And obviously, I lift my hand, I say, so not even this the very first. So he talks about Mac G, but I don't know what he was saying. But I told him like, hey, yo, I feel like sometimes podcasts can maybe be out of proportion. Like, for example, this morning, Mac G was hating on Pearl 2C's DJ. And then Pearl 2C's daughter was there.
One of the members in the crowd.
Like in the crowd. It's like, yo, that's my mom. I was not going to say anything bad. It was not about Pearl
but I get what you're saying.
Yeah, but it was like, bro, right?
It's kind of awkward,
Yeah, so I went to have a conversation with this guy. So I asked him, like, yo, nigga, you told me there was Pearl 2C's daughter. Like, nigga, I didn't know either, bro.
Yeah.
But now he tells me, he's like, He knocked it. He's like, yo, dog, what's your reason why you would never start a podcast? Like, well, what's the reason? You just grab a phone. And he showed me, he's like, look at everyone here wanting tips on how to be themselves online. How to is like, bro, you know those lines where niggas are following a line to get a job? Look at these, bro, mamas, everything. No disrespect. He's like, bro, you guys... Why, when you guys want to start something, you act like it's gonna, oh my God, you're gonna have paparazzi blowing up. And he told us, he said it, problem with you and your generation a lot. And it was not like it was a valid thing. It's like sometimes you guys have a low self-esteem in the work. People hate on podcasts and content creators. because of a low self-esteem of you saying, how does someone go online and start talking about themselves? Maybe an interesting way. You might not agree. And he said something even profound. Like, yes, you will outgrow. Some people will outgrow your podcast. Like how you can outgrow a MacG. Because you're different in your life.
Yeah.
So when he told me that, and then I was starting the podcast thing, when we had that thing, I thought to myself, and I kept on saying to you guys, he's like, bro, he didn't even he said, bro, you don't even need the visual. Like, don't overcomplicate this, bro. Just record. Ain't nobody care about you, niggas.
And then we did 50 episodes. No one cared, nigga. You know
and then every time, of course, like you would agree. There's times where you wanna get out of control. You wanna dream. You wanna do too much, and then I'll be like, okay, bro, we're doing it again. And so the podcast, it was genuinely started on like, hey yo, it was even more fun because I kept on just telling niggas, bro, no one cares.
No one cares.
You know, and I didn't even with my music and same things. It was like, no one cares. Who are you, dog?
Even now, I feel like it's so much fun because it's that thing of whenever you start to overthink something or you be like, nigga, no one cares, nigga.
Especially when the views and the analytics come. It's like, oh yeah, I forgot.
So like now, man, like bro, like honestly for me, like even like when you told me the story and when I heard those same words that you just said now, like it really made me like, because you know, I felt like there was I don't think I'm a hater as I used to be.
Oh yeah,
I have to
the
be
big
honest
one
with
of
you.
we used to hate.
Like I even think on the pod, if you
we were hating. We were like hating.
I think I'm a changing man. Nigga,
You've changed,
improved, bro. Like
Dude.
I used to be such a hater, and now I've realized, nigga, I don't hate. Like because I always feel like if I'm at that point where I'm like, bro, if it's something you like doing, just keep doing it, bro.
In fact,
like the only time I feel like I would want to hate on you, it's like, bro,
I don't know.
I don't see why you would want to be. Like, why would you want...
For me, I don't know. I think I think the moment when I knew that there was like a bit of, hey man, why are you hating on people, right? Is, for example, in fact, we are saying there's a lot of podcasts, but we don't have people to collaborate with. They're not enough in the circles. Like, I can't hop onto so many podcasts and say, yo, I'm gonna do your podcast and do that.
There's also consistency though.
Yeah, but it's
having like a whole
but I remember like the moment, like when I go to the gym, right? The way I'm so self-absorbed about myself in a good way, like for the very first time.
Yeah.
I don't care if someone's doing something wrong or they don't ask for my help. Like I feel like, yo man, you know what,
you're not
bro?
as judgmental.
Like I don't after a while you're like,
I won't lie to you, what you're saying really hits the point, because that was back in the day.
Dude, now you
be looking at niggas and you be like, what
are you doing? What are you?
No, nigga.
Now you're like, bro, you know,
because we're passing the phase of hateism.
Hateism.
Yeah, we just know it's a disease. Now. You just there like can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
Where I feel like the hateism started to subside out of my life.
Yeah.
When even when I was on the pod.
Yeah.
But the mere fact that I've like removed myself from social media, like generally not interacting with social media a lot. It has made me focus so much on myself. And my own things and my own thoughts. To a point where you can really ask yourself when you like, what did that guy do to you? So you feel the right just to like someone can piss you off. You know, I get it.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You know, niggas. There's many niggas who like, you know that nigga and the one nyanyi that guy sharp. But there was moments where someone could be.
I think it's just age, man.
Yeah.
After a while, you're like, I have so many things to work on myself that I don't have enough. I don't have enough hate. There's so many things I hate about myself, and now I just wanna
place so much judgment.
Yeah,
on
so
person.
I think, man, like because of like doing the pod and going through. Also, I think one thing that also helped a lot now we sound like every other pod because they always give tips when they start making it big. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. Look at us.
You saying tips like we making big, nigga.
I don't care. Like it's like it's one of those things where the moment where you lose the comparative nature of what you're doing, you know, it took every single time someone tried, even now, there's always like now people want to give tips, and you're like, oh, how do you have commentary on something that people are not doing? I don't hate other podcasts, you understand? It's like, I know that a podcast, I was watching Watch Mojo sometimes when I have I have nothing to watch, I watch 20 top things. But it was talking about the top podcasts, right? Some of them started even before a podcast was called a podcast,
bro.
And it was like 90, and I'm like, I want to do that. I want people. For example, one thing that's so stupid, when we started, my braids were here. Like, we were talking about how big my forehead was.
Covering it up.
Oh yeah, man, you know.
That's
but it was like this thing where half of the time, like for example, when it comes to music and all the other art stuff I do, I'm very harsh. But when it comes to this, I'm like, hey, this is gonna be so cool to watch in a year, 5 years. Every time you're changing your views on stuff and being like, hey man, I think I don't see it like that anymore.
Yeah.
Even like the deepest things that you think you have figured out. And that's like a beautiful thing for me. And it's conversations are the most beautiful things that people take for granted,
and you could have with other people.
But yeah, and then
I feel like we don't have many of them as much.
Yeah, and it's like a podcast. Yes, man. Yeah. Whoever's doing a podcast, it doesn't matter. You need to do it.
But you know, there's niggas, like sometimes you be hanging out with your brother, like homies, and like you guys really have like such entertaining conversations,
and you're like, damn,
and I'm like, damn, nigga, I wish we could record a podcast. And you know what happens, ladies and gentlemen, that I'm gonna tell you about that podcast. For some reason, whenever there's like the things become real, like when the mic turns on and stuff like that. As much as now, I won't lie to you, I'm much more comfortable in the way that we. Like, I don't necessarily overthink how I'm gonna say this. Maybe if this doesn't come out the right way, or was I actually making sense? It's not like that anymore. But and some people it'll hit them more harder.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. And the thing is,
now it's like, what happens to that energy that we used to have? Like now, you and your homies are. Now
dude,
it's like,
you're like, dude, but dog, what's going on, bro? Nigga, I thought you were on it, bro.
When you roll it.
Yeah,
you can't embarrass the guy and say,
you can, but you don't wanna do that, right? But I get what you're saying is that, in fact, I think it's a very vital time.
That's why I feel like doing interviews, being an interview podcast is very dangerous.
It's very dangerous.
You know why it's very dangerous, bro?
You're curated. You're no different from the radio.
And the problem is, let's keep it about 50. They're gonna be I think Joe Rogan has thrown away a lot of interviews, and that's the thing. Because Joe Rogan really, oh my god, bro! Do you know how much episodes this guy releases in a week? He can release like 3-4 episodes in a week. So Joe Rogan, in some way, and I only realized, I'm like, this nigga actually records like probably Monday to Friday.
Yeah, because
like a job with other niggas and all of that. But now this is what I'm saying. Like, you don't like you see how he is trying to get a guest, right? You bring up a guest, right? And this nigga is not the one, bro. Like, every time he speaks, you like, even make G and them say, bro, sometimes it's like we couldn't even post, like, he wasn't giving us anything. He's answering one big questions, and I'm like,
it's like, why are you here?
Why are you here? You know what I mean? But because like I'm happy that I'm happy with the route that we're going, where it's just more focused on the journey of these two twins. By the way,
we are twins.
If that's marketable or it's gonna get us somewhere.
I noticed. Shout out to Tato Rampedi and Lebo Rampedi. You know why I'm shouting it out?
Yeah.
It's just brotherly love, man.
Yeah,
that is so beautiful.
And you must see that in South Africa, dog.
No, it's just cool. That's what I'm saying. They're not enough, man. They're really not. Yeah. Especially where the thing. Imagine why hate.
You know which one I would say is not enough. Maybe it's not coming on my timeline, but I would love to see a podcast like us. No, niggas just doing nonsense. I mean, not
I'm
nonsense.
sure they're there, just
They are
as much
there.
as how we can
Much as
find
we're
them.
not getting there.
They.
Yeah,
I think
because-
they're there. I think the reason why I think the overhead on podcasts I think is quite dangerous because I feel like, and it sounds like I'm being an activist, but I think you're suppressing a freedom of speech and the ideas of how people genuinely think. Because a podcast, that's the beauty. It's just so long how much you can come on here and pretend. Somehow your colors just start just velaring,
Yeah,
you know,
no, slowly.
because
Especially if you do it for
yeah.
for
So I
so
always
long.
feel like, yo, dude, if I'm going to go wanna, for example, study, for example, Joe Rogan's podcast will be so much easier to go. Let's say aliens wanted to study the nigger's brain because he has MacG. Like, because of you kept on just recording and having all these different
bro,
things.
and having all this,
It became a
different
thing,
views
and people
all
don't
these
see
things.
it like that. They think it's like
It's a
it's not like a
documentation.
racket. It's not like a racket. It's like, bro, there was a moment in time you spoke like this. Your voice is gonna change. You sound weird now. Sometimes you were sick. Sometimes you were loud. Sometimes you were emotional. And that one irks me a lot because, bro, imagine, it's even so sad that, and I love Tyler the Creator. He was also hating, like, yo, man, why do people have to have mics? The nigga who did everything to be so different. First, I won't lie, man. I don't listen to Ian like that, but that song with Lariyati, and oh my god,
I ain't gonna lie,
that song snapped. And I felt like at the end of the day,
no, that song was fire.
yeah, so, and then I'm like, yo, dog, I guess there is remember, it's a trend. It's a cool thing to hate on people trying to do something, trying to become YouTubers. It's like trying to become a rapper. Like, no one can try anything without saying,
Sure, man.
yeah. And it's like, what if I don't? Like, what if I just want to
like
get
doing
good
it?
at? Yeah,
Like,
what
nowadays niggas can't even say they're rappers no more without them thinking that this nigga just needs to get a job. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I think this is how I view things. I think we are living in a time where the world has changed so much that your company needs you to market them. Like, they would
You're
love
actually
you
saying-
every vibe, like, oh,
Yeah.
a day in a life.
I feel like what would damage a company. You know, I think what I would love is for, and this is gonna sound weird,
Yeah.
but don't you think it would be nice if this podcast was popping, right?
Yeah.
And like you have like 200,000 subscribers,
Yeah.
right? Your work knows that you have 200 subscribers, right?
Mm.
And they see you doing some ads for other companies. And the main thing is, you don't have to give them an ad. You can just mention where you work. You know, that'll do a lot for the company. And I feel like you also have low-key leverage because if they ever turn their back on you,
But it's also, remember, it's like you're talking about like an endorsement.
But you see, this is now, you know what I'm thinking about this thing, man? The reason why I feel like me and you were saying this thing about like, how would you want for your growth to be, right? Would you rather, like the way we do it now sometimes, right? Rather record and hope that whoever sees it, then they like it, and then it goes like that, and it happens like that.
Yeah.
Then you have the like this community of like people who know that, nah, this is how these niggas think, like stuff like that. And you don't even need that many of them, right? Because this is where the term influencer comes to my idea. Like, if you're gonna throw the word influence, right?
Yeah.
There are some people who are genuine influencers. For example, the most influential man in the world is Joe Rogan. He is genuinely influential, meaning that if
Whatever he says.
it's not even whatever he says, but he has people behind him that we do know that if he goes with a specific direction, he can really turn the world around. And
So,
people,
would you say that celebrities
no, they're not influential
anymore?
That's the problem.
And they don't get it.
And that's the thing. It's not digesting in. Like, honestly, back in, and I feel like with South Africa as well, like it's like,
Yeah, like,
you can't now use leverages of the following thing is also now, it's gonna get to a point where people are gonna start to like, I'll give you an example. I hope I'm not saying, is it Dan Carter or
Dan Khoza?
Dan Khoza? I think it's Dan Koda.
Mm.
Do you know how many subscribers that guy has?
How many?
Like 16,000.
No, I think he has 2 channels now.
How many
So because there's
just have a
3
look fast there.
there's now he named it, and it wasn't
There's
always
3
there.
beanies.
It's called there's 3 beanies.
I've always known him with different.
I know him as Dan. It was his name. 3 beanies.
I think it's about 27 or maybe 26. But now since the brothers on billboards and stuff.
He also has an ENCA. So the 3 beanies network. Because that's what he calls it now.
It's the entire network.
Yes,
with
now it
different...
has 108,000 subs, but it wasn't like that.
I swear to God, what did you just say?
108,000 subscribers.
Bro, I
But
think
wait,
was probably like a recent
but remember,
thing,
so because remember he was on Piers Morgan. He was on the 701.
Yeah.
So obviously there might be an international spike in it.
Yeah.
But what were you saying about him specifically?
No, I was referring to like influential, where a small person with, I mean, even 100,000 now. I won't lie to you. I think this was I honestly think this is.
I think you. I think you were looking at. I'll tell you. I'm literally the new Jamie now.
Yeah. but what I'm basically saying, like, you have someone with that amount of subscribers.
Yeah.
And then I don't wanna mention a name and throw him like the YouTuber under a bus.
It was a recent spike.
I told you. So like, let's say you have that person, right? And for those who are tuned in, like the YouTuber that I mentioned now, like I'm tuned in to what he's saying.
Yeah. And I think with him it was he has way lower.
Yeah, he is way lower.
Yeah.
And I am like, as a person, when I hear him speak and everything, I can consider that person like, yo, bro, I'm cool being under this guy's channel and his universe,
network.
that his network that he has created for us to consume. And I really feel like, if you know what I'm saying, because then having 5,000 of those people, unlike with certain so-called influential people where it doesn't translate.
Yeah, there's a moment.
It's like a moment where, like, even there was times where, you know, when you used to watch the hater YouTube channels where they were showing someone, a person who blows up on TikTok, right, has a certain amount of followers, and then now they can't even sell tickets. Do you understand what I'm trying to say when I say this? It's like, I don't want just the number to show something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, for it to reflect
You want that.
You want them to also feel like they could be engaged in this whatever this
because I think there's let me say this, and I hope I'm saying it to our future selves. There will come a time where we will feel like we want to prove a point, and we shouldn't. There will come a time, you know, should you blow up, you feel like you need to remind niggas who you are. But we shouldn't. Because that derails us from where we want to go. Because all that small hate will take out the enjoyment and take out the ugly side of what you started, what you do. Yeah. And I think everyone falls victim of that, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes it's like, I get you. You want to be influential, but you also don't want to be influential. Because it's not cool to be sitting and everyone thinking, oh my God, these niggas know what they're talking about. It's a thing. And you'll say, hey, yo, man, I don't know.
Can I be honest with you? Where I felt, where I'm feeling that?
Yeah.
At work, you know, I felt like work was so much nice when
I
was still
a
nobody, and whatever you did, you know, it wasn't, there was no consequences. The company just saw you as a nigga that is low-key. Like the way there's a young brother now that that boy has been helping me out a lot. I ain't gonna lie, that boy is just, you know, being around that boy has helped me out a lot. Because, as you said, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, now
that influence.
If now niggas are now when things are happening, they look at you.
Yeah, man.
Oh, when
Super
now,
crazy, bro.
You know when you do ads, you know there's some niggas who don't not doing crypto ads. What mistake?
No, that
You know that nigga. What's his name? How can I forget him? Oh, Coffeezilla. Bro, when Coffeezilla has you on your radar, nigga, that nigga shooting you down. Shooting down. Mr. Beast. And then nigga, bro, I didn't even know. Can I be honest with you? When I started, I was so shocked. It was last year, December. I was just chilling in the crib.
Yeah.
And I was just watching Coffeezilla's thing. I don't know, Coffeezilla's thing is so in depth. He has that whole AI thing. That nigga cooks up, bro. That nigga's content is so much.
He's gonna take you down. He's gonna make sure.
But
that
I won't lie to you, bro. YouTube, there are some creators, low-key, they are doing really phenomenal things. They are doing things that,
big platform.
Yeah, bro, they're doing things that
always gonna find something.
TV
we all do. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you.
I watch YouTube like TV way too much, bro.
Even my wife.
Like during the week, I think I'm like, yo,
it's
bro.
like, guys, go get your YouTube premiums.
Yeah, no, definitely. I feel like the reason why we're watching it that way is because of its YouTube premium.
Yeah, no, but even then, it's like,
ad.
guys, and unless Netflix gives us a show, Netflix is not usually because you know Netflix gives everyone a show.
Netflix, yeah, no, Netflix plugging niggas.
But like
Spotify, y'all niggas giving niggas deals, man. What's going on, man? These buddy niggas got a weed, nigga, all that shit, man.
But wait, so before I forget, where would you like to see the podcast in like 10? I think we've said it before.
Like, in what? In 10 years?
Yeah. Okay, now it's 9.
That'll be crazy, bro. I don't know, man.
We said, I don't know what episode it was. We were like, watch this in 10 years.
Yeah, I think it was probably one of the beginning videos.
That's insane, though.
Yeah, there was one of the starting off videos. I mean, personally, bro, I just feel like one thing. I know this is gonna sound crazy. I want us to at least get to that 10 years. Number one. The reason why is that I would also like to leave a piece of genuine growth and perspective of an individual, and to be also fair onto myself, to also to the people who might also get into the podcast and tune in and stuff like that, that I am always gonna say this, and I'm always gonna tell myself this, and I said it even in the first episode. I don't want to be a person who's just married to an idea purely based because I came across some limited information, and I don't want to waste my time by even looking into things. And then I was telling you this about today. It's like we are in a point where we just have functional stupidity. You know, like, and it's like, you know, me and my wife were watching. First of all, I feel like TLC needs to make a brand deal with Netflix or Amazon Prime so we can watch some TLC shows, okay?
Yeah.
Because at this point, they got some bangers in that show.
No, of course.
And they have some wild bangers that I would just like to watch by passing, you know, just one weekend, just invest. So, but basically, we were watching a show where these Mormons, right, they are men who apparently have same-sex attraction.
Okay.
If your ladies and gentlemen are confused what this same-sex attraction is, it is just being gay. Them niggas are gay.
So, but they
have a term for it. Because they can't admit that they're gay, and they want to, you know, when niggas, you know, bro.
Is there gonna be episodes where we don't talk about TLC? We always
no, bro, that's what I'm saying. TLC's a banger, man. TLC, man, you need to break some bread. We can't watch TV. Bro, I'm actually even thinking about getting some, because my wife even asked me, because you know the reason how we're watching it from another nigga who watched it and he's showing us how the story's going and the snippets. So my wife is like, why couldn't we just watch the whole episode? We don't have
But
TLC.
sometimes, man, some commentary channels are very good.
Yeah, they really do it.
They'll make it even more entertaining.
They cook it up.
I was literally sorry.
Yeah.
Because I have you on that commentary thing. I was watching Kurtis Conner. I like Kurtis Conner. He has his own humor and his own shtick to the way he does commentary. Yeah. But he's a comedian. So, and I was watching it and I'm like, why doesn't Vinny just do this? You're gonna suck.
No,
but I with him. Have you watched the Kurtis Conner video? Like,
I feel like I know. I'm familiar with the name, man. I feel like I did watch it. I just
The guy with
after
I
you
think
were
it's a mullet, and he has a mustache.
Yeah.
He's like also like a Noel Miller.
Yeah.
And the reason why I said it was because there are many funny ways. We even spoke about commentary channels.
Yeah.
There's ways to talk about, like, be commentary and just flat out hate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, man. But yeah, you were talking about TLC, man.
Yeah, so we're watching this thing because I'm going. This is going back to the idea of functional stupidity.
Yeah.
Right, and the lengths that we go to as human beings, because we don't want to have that moment where we can say that maybe the way I was looking at things might have been a little bit skewed, you know, because there are moments. There are moments. For those who don't know moments and what they are, I think the best way to describe it, and I want to clearly like make a very distinct difference. It's like Jehovah's Witnesses, right? The reason why I'm saying they are not Jehovah's Witnesses, but just for you to create context to understand that it's one of those churches where it's a tight-knit community, and then, you know, if you don't do certain things, they ain't shy, and you lose out on the community, you don't want to be shunned out, and all of that. There are consequences to, you know. And apparently, I've been hearing on some American niggas, they were telling me the way they catch niggas to be Mormons, they usually get baddies. Too, you know, when they advertise, just like I did JW. That's what I was saying. They will come up, they'll bring baddies, and they'll cat niggas off guard and be like, "Damn, man, they got nice girls in this church," and then they got you from there. So basically, these niggas.
But you know, when you're saying that, I don't think you need baddies. Niggas are crazy, man.
And no,
niggas
bro, the way when these niggas were talking about how bad these women were, like, even niggas can get starstruck quickly. And I can imagine how fucked up it is, because they telling you join this church, your life's gonna be good, we're gonna get you women, gonna get you bitches, all that. Obviously, you're thinking, man, this is God putting life for me. Bro, it's crazy. But anyways, these niggas are Mormons. Now they are married, and now they're saying to their women that, you know how TLC does their edits sometimes. It's like, what the hell? This nigga is saying, I'm attracted to my wife. I think my wife's the most beautiful thing in the world. But at the same time, I also have attraction to men. Immediately, and I even explained to my wife the difference. This is the reason why I'm always comfortable in my own sexuality, because I always feel like it's whack when someone says someone does an act and you're like, no, that nigga gay. I'm like, bro, that's not what makes someone gay. What makes someone gay is the genuine fact that this individual, the way they describe it, same-sex attraction. If you are attracted, bro, you can admit, I can admit, now that's a good-looking nigga. But there will never be that attraction
to be like, wow.
When you see, that thing, you cannot, if a woman asks you, when you see a woman, what do you feel? You can't explain that. It's just instinctively, I'm attracted to this person. It's just something that is in my nature. So that's why I'm like, bro, don't tell me just because some nigga did it, and then I must be conscious. Am I gay? No, I'm not gay, nigga. I'm not into niggas.
You make me remember that Macklemore song. When I was in the 3rd grade, I thought I was gay.
But anyways, what I was saying is, to cut it short, is that what made this entire show so fucking ridiculous is that all these men had to do was like, bro, I'm gay,
and that's okay
because they're in the society where they know that this might bring down all my beliefs and all the things that I believe in, and you're afraid to now start questioning.
Hey, man,
and if you genuinely want to see if you're a functional idiot, I would always tell people this: challenge every belief you have. Find a belief and then ask yourself. For example, I'm a Muslim. You can sit down and say, okay, what are the wrong things here that I always find a little bit of problems in? You know what I mean? Because so that even though you're a part of it, you're not gonna one day, because a nigga told you, because he's a priest, and then you're just gonna just say, that makes sense. And I understand the reason why functional stupidity happens so fast is because of the daily problems that we have in our lives. We don't have the time. And this is the thing I was telling my in-laws when we're they were asking about how can an individual, have babies even though they know they have poverty, right? Can't they just think? Can't they just sit down and process that, yo, man, maybe this might not be the thing? Again, bro, when your life is really
so tone deafness.
I wouldn't even say, but it's again.
It's called tone deaf.
Yeah, it is being tone deaf, but
because you're it's like, I think we even spoke about it on the pod. It's like, oh my god, it's just hard work. Why are you poor?
You know what I'm saying?
But anyway, let's get into the tweets.
Yeah, man. Oh my god, bro.
Yeah, man.
I feel like we actually even going over time, if I'm being quite honest.
We are 55.
No, alright.
Oh, you don't know, because you always just keep on like, dude.
I don't know, man. But like, yo, man, I think what at the end of the day, what I basically was trying to say is, what I hope in 10 years is to show that we must be always open to have conversations, to have someone bring an idea that maybe you never looked at it this way. If, for example, and I'm gonna say this because one thing I've realized, even in religion, being in different perspective, like I've noticed, yo, what's with the religions talking shit about other niggas? Like, yo, nigga, I thought your niggas are supposed to be child, blah. Bro, the religions talk smack, all of them. Go to a church, talk smack about other niggas. Go to niggas just release diss tracks for each other, man, at the end of the time, man. Jesus. And the problem is it looks snake because they're doing it behind back walls. You know what I mean? Why don't you go up to them niggas and say, yo, niggas ain't shit?
Yeah, but some niggas are crazy like that, bro. Yo, some niggas are crazy.
Niggas pull up at the mosque and shit.
Pull up, man.
Hey, throw pig head and all niggas are praying, bro.
That's haram, dog. That's just evil, man.
But okay, man. I'm not gonna read the name because it's kind of Muletele Mesama.
What?
I have a Generation Z housekeeper.
Wait.
And when I told her to help herself to anything in the fridge, she had brutal fruit at 9 a.m. I'm like, oh.
No,
there's
bro,
no way you can
that's
get
a bad. Firstly, Gen Zs. I think I speak for all of us, even though I'm not a person who consumes any of it. Niggas don't necessarily actually drink the alcohol like that. Like, they'll drink it. But Gen Z that I've met, niggas now vape and weed.
Yeah, man. Honestly,
so your lame ass joke, nigga.
Yeah.
That sounds like a millennial joke.
This is why I don't call it. There's comedians who use and then they come and try to bring, because the main thing as a comedian, you want to come up with I
think that was horrible. Like, there's should we give the guy tips on better stereotypes?
Gen Z housekeeper. First of all, you're thinking to yourself,
when I heard help you,
can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
The reason why this is wrong, and this is controversial that I'm going to say this, we all know that if you're a Gen Z,
you're not gonna,
and you're a female,
you're not gonna.
The housekeeper is the last place to start. Part of us being a baby.
Not yet. We need to give it 10 years. We'll speak about it. Bro, nigga. No, sure, maybe we're generalizing, but no.
Not generalizing. This one is a fact. Until someone shows me, hey guys, day life of a Gen Z housekeeper.
See, if they do that, I found a vlogging. I found a on
see, not giving niggas content idea.
Yeah, bro, read the next tweet.
The death of Vuzu was so sad. We used to have so many fun things to watch. Why? I couldn't understand. Why did they cancel Vuzu?
No one, I don't know. Maybe
because Vuzu was more like the MTV for South Africa.
It actually was. It was more. It was a better, bro. There were shows like, was it The Hustle? What is it, bro?
There was many. It was so.
That was.
It was dope.
Nah, man. That was a slap to the face, man. For everyone just knowing that how important that channel was. It was so impactful that they had these subtitles every time they were at a celebrity event. They're like, yo, don't put that stupid subtitle. He was talking a lot. Yeah, bro, Vuzu was Vuzu just
best
disappeared.
Subtitle gag for me and I don't remember what it was because there's many gags where people play with subtitles. But it was one where there was a presenter of an American guy in like the Middle East, and then when he spoke, it was normal. But then when the Arab guy has a posh accent, he fucking subtitles, and then he's like, nigga, why do you guys always put subtitles when I'm speaking? I feel like I'm articulating myself correctly. You guys are putting it, I'm like, yo,
that's hilarious because it's not even meant to be.
Yeah, because they just assume, no, this nigga's just gonna speak nonsense. Yeah, so we just need to put it in. It is the indirect racism.
Dude, wait, nigga from New Jersey.
I won't lie to you, bro. Racism can come in different ways.
When I say racism or ignorance,
bro, it's just racism.
Bro, you're like nigga from New Jersey.
I think we give too much
grace
when we're like, no, maybe he's just being ignorant. Why would you think that? When you are sitting in the editing room, you just think, and white people, can I be honest? White people, and I've heard some people notice this. I remember even this other guy said it. White people tend to think that there's moments where they will speak to a fellow professional black person as if they have a lack of intellect as the same as them. You know what I mean? Like they'll be talking about something and it makes it seem
that's another day's topic, man.
Yeah, it just always feels weird.
Let's go on another tweet, man.
Nigga, I was in class with you, nigga. What do you mean?
Yeah, that's another episode, man. That's
something we need to unpack on the next episode, man. This was I'm just gonna read this because this person said that's about 5 narchies. These things are so addictive. The reason I'm reading this is because, honestly,
dog.
Can I be honest with you? The reason why I haven't eaten narchies, they are very sensitive. Because you can buy a batch where it's just duds of narchies.
Nah, the ones.
You see when you get the right one.
Nah, we always have the right ones.
You see when you get
I don't want like speaking for narcos because I eat a lot.
Yeah.
It's because the moment where you're hungry, but you don't want to make food, and you grab one.
But I feel like the narchies, it might be nice. I haven't had narchies in a long time. You know the Woolworths places, places where they don't usually have fruits. But there's some places where you buy. You know one thing I've also,
I think the
places where you shouldn't buy fruit is those side stall fruits. You know when niggas are selling fruits by the side of the road. Fana. The vegetable shop because you're cooking them, you're boiling them. Those ones can go any direction. And there's a guy in Vereniging there where I'm staying. He has a plaza there. This nigga has an exotic fruit shop. Nigga got mangoes from Egypt and shit for like...
Why though?
And that's the thing I was asking. And you know how much that mango is?
How much?
400 for a mango.
But now you made me curious.
Now that's the thing. And then we slice it up and it just tastes like a mango.
And you don't want to admit it.
It.
And you're not going to admit it.
I'm not going to admit it.
Was that the last tweet?
No, can I read one more tweet? Can I be honest with you? I'm going to go back to that nigga shop
like, yo.
and tell him what's wrong when I say. You peasy in Limpopo. Come lie, this is a mango from Limpopo. You tell me that's from Egypt. Niggas. They say the first car installment hits. Laughing my ass off. Hyundai must come fetch their car.
Bro, like sometimes you see talk about cars.
Yeah.
Like you get someone your age driving a car, you're like, I don't get it. Like
this doesn't make sense.
This doesn't make sense.
You start adding your numbers, man. Are you sure that this was?
Because the way, when did you start building this credit score, bro?
Bro, because even like I was talking to other women the other day, bro. I'm like, bro, the most basic ass car. Like, what's the crazy thing? Let's say you're buying a new Suzuki Swift. Did you know that if you're buying a new Suzuki Swift, the same installment that you're paying for that new Suzuki Swift or whatever the situation, you can get yourself a Mercedes-Benz and a BMW. But it's always from a second hand. That's why South Africa has a huge second hand market. That's also one other thing.
But you need to understand that market, though.
Bro.
Like
honestly,
dud.
Bro, you can buy some cars that look nice. But
bro,
oh my god, that
like,
car is
like 100,000.
Not petrol, and it's not even. And the case don't look like.
Bro, and they forge this, bro.
And they forge it.
bro,
But hey, bro.
like I ain't gonna lie, owning a vehicle is like, bro.
And why is the Picanto so expensive? I
Dog,
thought Picanto supposed, you know, niggas were like, yeah, this is my new car.
Because
Nah,
they
it looks
missed.
like it's a
They missed it. They got cocky.
Yeah.
They got too cocky, bro.
Bro, they really did, man. But anyways, guys.
So yeah, man. Shout out to everyone for sitting on this journey with us, and whatever happens.
Yeah, man. Whatever
Sh-
happens.
remember to subscribe. Check us out on social media platforms like TikTok, Third Avenue Podcast, and yeah, man. To many more 50 episodes, and to many more growth,
and many more changes.
Shout out to
maybe
everyone.
One day, this podcast might never even be in a car. We never know.
It's always maybe one day this podcast will be sponsored by Mercedes, sponsored by Benz. I mean that's the same thing. Sponsored by BMW, Volkswagen. You know, Test Drive.
Man.
Hey man,
but
we're
I'm
giving.
hoping, for me, the one thing I would hope, I'm hoping to have more personalities on the pod. The reason I don't even say guests,
I hope, man.
Having more personalities.
I hope we can get to know more people. I hope this 50 shows, hey man, we genuinely care about what we're doing here, and we would love to have you,
for you to have the same
experience with
and
us,
fun, and then come off
and
vibe. Oh my God, this was actually fun. No one was
and that's
watching it, but that's still fun.
You know.
You go home and feel
So
like
yeah, man, and yeah, man, just that from me. Thank you so much. Thank you to you, man. Jazakallah, man. I appreciate you. Just always know, man.
Appreciate you too, man. For real.
Hey, yo, man. So shout out to everyone. Shout out to Ramos for genuinely in the early days for holding us down and always trying to do that.
He's gonna be back though. Let's not say he died or something like that.
Yo, man.
Because we're like, what happened to Ramas?
And man, shout out to Ego, who's actually a co-founder.
He's a co-founder, but his shares are.
Shout out to every single person who came onto this and just came and just did shit with us, man, for free or whatever. Hey yo, just shout out to everyone. Shout out to every nigga with this free tight beats. Shout out to the tweets,
man.
Shout out to
everyone.
Man.
Shout out to Suzuki Swift, man. Shout out to my nigga that brought me into this place, man. Shout out to everyone, man.
Okay, this has been Third Avenue and peace.